نفرين من رادي دارو نيت ماي اندي أصبي إن رمنكامي. It means, hello, dear all who love the Coptic language. Welcome to a new lesson in the Coptic language, Coptic Egyptian language. Today we are going to have an idea about the numbers in Coptic. Fine. So here we have the numbers. They are easy, just but in like any other language. I will read for you. But we have to know that in Coptic, this is a bit like French also and Arabic a little bit. We have masculine and feminine, but do not bother yourself too much about that. Just maybe focus on the masculine because it's easier, but you have to know that both are present. So, number one. Also another thing, in the ancient time, they used to write number one and two with the letters of the alphabet like this way. Just to have an idea, you don't have to learn it because nowadays, when we in the modern way of using Coptic, we use the ordinary numbers the same way as we use in English or any other language in the world. But this is in front of you to know that, for example, number one, it was written with the alpha because this is the first letter in the alphabet, but with the horizontal dash above the letter. This means once you see this horizontal dash, you understand that this is a number. It denotes a number, not a letter. The same thing applied to here because alpha, beta, okay, so this is the second letter. It means this is number 2, gamma, number 3 with a dash, horizontal dash, number 3, and so on. Delta, number 4, the fourth letter in the alphabet, so that's why it denotes number 4 with the horizontal dash to differentiate it from an ordinary letter. A, the fifth letter, and so on. So let us know the pronunciation of the numbers. Number one is Y. So easy, Y. Okay, here we are, Y. And feminine is we, like that. So Y, masculine, we, feminine. Number two is now. S now. Feminine is nudi. Is nudi. Okay, this is a bit difficult lesson. I understand, I know, but since we are learning a language, you must learn everything in the language, including the numbers. Shomt is 3, feminine shomdi. Okay. 4, efdu, feminine efde. 5, edu, feminine edya, audia, immediately. Number 6, so, feminine so. Shashf, number 7, shashf, feminine shashfi. Number 8, ishmin or ishman, both are correct as I said before. Okay, feminine ishmani, ishmini. Number 9, psit or psidi. This is the feminine. Okay, I will say them again. Okay, if you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in Coptic, I will read the masculine. Y, snaw, shomt, fdu, du, so, shash, shmen, psit. Okay, again. Y, snaw, shomt, fdu, du, so, shash, shmen or shmin, psit. And the feminine, we, snudi, shumdi, fde, die, so, shashfi, shmani, psidi. But as I said, the feminine numbers are used with the feminine names, of course. If you find it so difficult and you want to talk in Coptic, you can at the beginning only use the masculine for all. I know it's wrong, of course, but just to encourage you. And later on, when you going to advance in the language, you have to know both. Fine. Great. I think it is easy till now. Okay. So let's see what's next. Here, yes, we continue 11, 12, 13, and so on. And the same thing as I said before. For example, 10 is this letter, Yoda. Okay. And if you want to say 11, so 10 plus 1 in this order of the alphabet, and always with the horizontal dash above the letters that denotes it is a number, not letters. So the same thing applies. I don't want to waste too much time in explaining all these things, but you understood the concept, okay? This letter are useful if you're reading old manuscripts and so on. If not, just for the ordinary spoken language, we, to make it easier, we referred to this letter. We can use them in the Coptic, of course. So 11, mad Y. Here we are. 12, mad snow or meat snow. It's both are correct, as I said before. 13, mad chomt. I will say it slowly. Again, I know I'm talking a bit fast. I will say it from the beginning. 11 here. 11, mat Y. Mat Y. Or meat Y. 12, mat is now. Mat is now. Third, mat chumt. Or meat chumt. 14, mat ifdu. Mat ifdu. 15, mat dew. Mat dew. 16, mat so. Mat so. Meat so. 17, mat shashf. Mat shashf. Meat shashf. 18, mat ishman. Mat ishman or meat ishmin. Both are correct, as I said before. A or E depends on the dialect in which you use. So both are correct. Okay. I will just give you an example as in English to understand that this is not a big deal. For example, if you want to say up, stand up in English, if you're familiar with the British dialects, one of the British accents, I think it's the Welsh, as far as I remember, or Irish. I forgot for the right now. Anyhow, they stay up, not up. Okay. So, for example, instead of saying up, right, in Britain, some dialects they say up, right. So it's not a big problem, of course. So meat ishmin or mat ishman, both are correct. Fine. Great. Then 19, meat psit, mat psit. Good. I will say them again to get familiar with the fast way of talking. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So in Coptic, mat y, mat snow, mat shomt, mat fdu, mat dew, mat so, mat shash, mat shman, mat psit. Okay, good. And as you see, of course, it is also easy because you can easily construct and deduct how to say the numbers, because mat or meat, it means 10. So mat y, 10 and 1, which is 11. Mats now, it means 10 and 2, which is 12. Okay. Mat shomt, mat alone, it means 10. Shomt, 3. So 10 and 3, 13. It's easy, huh? مات افدو 10 and 4 مات افدو مات ديو 10 and 5 مات ديو even easier than English, okay? In the sense of because in English you don't say 10 1, you say 11, okay? And you don't say 10 2, you say 12, okay? No, in Coptic it's easier if you're familiar with that. Mat so mat, it means 10 so 6, so 10 6 16 and so on. Good. So I think it's clear now, and let's see what's next. Okay, here are, for example, how to say the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90, and so on. Also, here in the old and ancient way of writing the numbers, okay, this is the 10th letter in the alphabet. It denotes number 10 with a horizontal dash above the letter. It means that this is a number, not a letter number 10. Okay, the same thing apply here, and so and then later on, of course, I mean, there is not 20 or 30 letters in the alphabet, but they use this system to denote that. But as I said before, this is a bit difficult, I know, especially we don't use it anymore in any language. We are all familiar with these numbers. So just this is in front of you to have an idea how it was written in the past. 10 in this way, 20 that way, 30 this, 40 M with a horizontal dash, 50 N ni with a horizontal dash, and so on and so on. So let's know now how to pronounce this. 10 is meat or mat. Feminine, madi or meaty. In midi, sorry, this that should be D. Madi, midi. Okay. 20, jute or goot. J, g, as I said before, both are correct, depends on the dialect. No problem in that. Okay, goot, jute, 20. Map, 30. Map, 30. إهما, 40. Davi or dawi, 50. Okay, as I said before, davi, dawi, both are correct. It depends on the dialect too. Sa, 60. Jva, shwa, 70. Khamna, 80. Pistaw, 90. I will say them again, of course. So, 10, mat, madi. 20, jut or gut. 30, map. 40, ma. 50, davi, dawi. 60, sa. Easy this one. Sa. 70, jva, shwa. 80, khamna, khamna. 90, pistaw, pistaw. I will say them now quickly, the same way we say in English. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, let's go. Okay, mat, jut, map, ma, davi, sa, shva, khamna, pistaw. Okay, you see? It's easy. Fine. I know this lesson too much, but since we are talking about the numbers, so we have to know all the numbers. I mean, the basic numbers, of course. Okay. And here, don't worry, this is the last thing, not that much after that. About the hundreds: 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, and 900. The same thing here. All these numbers were represented with letters of the alphabet with the horizontal dash, as I said, on the top of the number. Let's see the pronunciation here. 100, sh. It's easy, this one. 200, shes now. Okay? And as you see, it's easy to construct them because 100 is sh. So 200 sh is now, which means 2. Is now means 2. 200. 300 shomt ch. Shomt is 3 and ch is 100. Okay? The same way applies to all the rest. 400 fdu sh. Fdu sh. 500 du sh. Du sh. 500. 600 so sh. So sh. 700 shash. Shashf sh. Shash means 7, of course. 800 shmin sha. Shman sha. Both are correct. I prefer to say both, okay? Even if I'm familiar with one dialect, but both are present. 900 psicha. Okay? So I will say them again. Sha, 100. Shes now. Or sometimes they say snausha also. 200s. But this is the most correct, of course. Shes now. Shomt sha, 300. Fdu sha, 400. Du sha, 500. So sha, 600. Shash sha, 700. Shman sha, 800. Psit sha, 900. And now it's time to say them fast. Like that way. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. Quickly now. Sha, 100. Shes now, 100. Shom sha, 300. Fdu sha, 400. Du sha, 500. So sha, 600. Shash sha, 700. Shmen sha, 800. Psit sha, 900. Okay, great. Okay, so let's go next. Yes, this is a small comparison also of the hieroglyphics and the Coptic to know that it is the same language. But as I said before many times and re-say it again, the biggest importance of the Coptic language it is that it is the only script in which the vowels were regularly written. And let's see an example here. For example, if you want to say one, okay, so wa, but it is y. The siota at the end I is not present as the hieroglyphic, they're not written. Number two, here as you say, number two is in Coptic is s now. You see in hieroglyphic that just the s and the n, so it is S now, there is an A after and A before. Okay? This one, sh, m, t, how do you pronounce it? It's difficult. But the Coptic tells me that this is shom. There is an O in between. Number four here. F, d, how do you pronounce that? So difficult. They call it, say, Sveden or whatever. Okay, but it should be, as we say here, F, do. Here, do. J only, no, do. So, and the same way here, it's difficult. It's shashf. No, it's shman, as in Coptic here. All the vowels are written. So, sh, m, n. Between the m and the m, there is an e or a. You say shman or shmin. I know it from the Coptic. But this is e or a was not written at all in the hieroglyphics letter, but they are the same. You see how interesting is to know that the same language, exactly the same language which was spoken at the time of the pharaohs a long time ago, it is the Coptic but written in a different way. Okay, great. And the last thing, example here, the like psit or psit. just PSD. How do you pronounce? It's difficult, but Coptic tells me that this is psit or psit. T or D, they were interchangeable also in the language. Fine. The same thing to all these things about 10 or here. MD, mad or mat. As we said, that thou, the T, was pronounced as D most of the times. And all this 20, 30. For example, mapa. For HM, ehme, and so on, and so on. All these things are there. So just to let you know that it is the same language. Coptic and hieroglyphics are two ways of writing the same language, which was evolved, of course, by as a matter of fact. But as I said also before, the essence of the language remained the same. Great. And now it's time to have a look at the Coptic manuscripts and to see, to be able to read. Who can read with me? I will read the first sentence here. Shorp mpeho means early in the morning, and you see no spaces between the words. Mpedu here, because we are taking the numbers in this lesson, we are learning the numbers. So this is letter number A with a horizontal dash in front. This letter. So it refers to a number, which means the 5th day, the Thursday of the week. Okay. MP Pascha, of the Pascha, Atwab, the holy. Evol Chen, out from. Moises, Moses. P Prophidas, propheties, which prophet. Okay. What else? Lastly, yes, about we can read this. You see, this is the letter alpha. It's like a bird, and it was present in the hieroglyphic. If you know, because we said this before, in the hieroglyphic, the letter alpha A was written as an eagle. So that's here. The same tradition remained in the Coptic script or language. This is A, all this A, and this is the letter F. So Af E. Af E, we saw this before we took the past tense in Coptic. Yeah, if you remember. So Af, it means he in the past. E, come, Af E. And J, we always, when we start the sentence with a verb, we must join the verb with what comes after with this enja. Af E, enja. Okay. P Amalek, which is Amalek in Egypt, a giant people were living next to Israel. So Af E N J without spaces between the words, as you see. And J P A Ma, and you see how they write the A here. Amalek, Amalek, okay, whatever. Oh, you see, this is the letter epsilon. You see how decorated here. This is an epsilon. Oh, it means and. Af, he in the past. Votes Emp Israel. He did the war against Israel. Great. That's to see how beautiful it was. The manuscript. And let's go next. And here we are again with Champollion. I am insisting in every lesson to do so because, as I said, unfortunately, it was absolutely ignored all over the time, the importance of our Coptic language. Coptic means Egyptian, as I said. Actually, when I do say, and we all of us, when we say Coptic language, we mean the ancient Egyptian or the Egyptian language written in the Coptic script or letters. And hieroglyphic means Egyptian language written in hieroglyphic letters. But there is a very common mistake. Sometimes, maybe or not sometimes, many people they say hieroglyphic language, nothing to be called that. Ancient Egyptian written in hieroglyphic. Coptic language also, this is a common mistake. This is because no, as Coptic means Egyptian, so this is correct. If you say Coptic language, it means Egyptian language written in Coptic. Anyhow, so I always insist, as I said before, because this was ignored and with um, I don't know how to say, but unfortunately, this is a fact. Many people they just concern about the hieroglyphic and the meanings, and the Coptic is used in the church alone without making the relation. And this relation was done at the time of Champollion, as I said before, with the help of a Coptic priest called Yohanna al-Shiftishi, who helped him to understand the language and to decipher the hieroglyphs. Anyhow, this hos, it means to pray. This h, s, from the Coptic, we know that this is an o. Okay, it means to praise, to or to sing, chanter. This is h, m, s. From the Coptic, we know the right pronunciation, which is hemsi. It means to sit. R, t, b, rodab. It means to sit also. Mm. And here, this is of course present of many words in front of every word in hieroglyph. Champollion wrote the Coptic equivalent. So, as I said before, it's time we have to understand the importance of the Coptic language. We have always related with the ancient Egyptian way of writing in hieroglyphs, and we have to know that this is the same language. Yes, evolved over the time with some changes, but it is the same language. The essence is the same. And see you next time in another lesson. Ujai chenep choice. Be safe in the Lord. Ujai.